All right. Oh, of course that's not working now.
Hello?
One second. Hello? It was going through my wrong mic.
There. I'm sorry, you cut out?
It was going through my wrong mic there when I started, so it should be good now.
Okay. All right, good. I'm gonna do a thing here. I'm gonna invite you to the stream together thing.
All right. Yep, we'll do.
Have you seen my phone?
Um, no, I've not.
I'll find it.
Right, I think I got it ready. Okay. I haven't done this one before, so I haven't done the stream together before, so I wasn't sure if it got it working right or not.
Oh, that's nifty. That's
That
what Tim does.
that's really cool. Oh, sick. That works good for me.
They can't hear Jaffer.
That is strange. How do I fix that? Probably because I need to share my Discord audio, I would assume.
Probably.
So now I just gotta figure out how to do that. No, I need to figure out how to do that. I haven't done that one before. Let's move that over there. I'm on Streamlabs, but I should just be adding in another audio capture in here, I would assume, for a source. Okay. Audio output capture. Okay, chat. Can you hear Jaffer on my side now, or not? No, still can't hear him? Okay. Just gonna be a second here, chat, while I'm figuring out my audio stuff. I'm not the best with Streamlabs. That's my. I can probably do that. That's the other problem is my. I use You probably use it too. The audio or like a voice meter that pulls my audio through different things, so I can stream with. Uh, oh, okay, gotcha. One more second, see if this is the audio input that's correct. Actually, I don't think I need to mess with that one. I think that's the wrong one to push on, because that's my... If I think I need to do it here. Okay, let's do this. Input audio fail. Oh, that should work. That is the right setting. Maybe I just have you really quiet. Maybe that's why they can't hear you. Can you hear Jaffer now, chat? Peter is just firing off a no right away every time. Every time. Turn this off. No, it's not. That's got to be the issue, because it's not going through that either. Oh, maybe I need to use this one. Yeah, I stopped the music because I wanted to be able to see if the audio output would capture Jaffer. That's why I stopped the music, because it'll be easier for me to see which one of these I need to go to. Alright, I'm just going to throw my screen share on. That way you can see it. It'll probably make my life easier. But it might be because I have it switched off in this too. Alright, sorry, I reset something, so I didn't hear what the last thing you said. Yep, it's dead now.
Man.
Discord audio is set for... The output is set for voice meter input, which is what input audio voice meter VIO, which is what it is set for in here to pull from, I believe. Oh, it's V. Actually, might have the wrong one. VB. No, that is the right one. Oh, maybe it's because it's not aux. That might be why. Actually, let me... Okay, that might work. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's good. Alright, mild technical difficulties. We got it figured out now. Yes, very true. Alright, now I can turn the rest of this off here. Of course. My name is Nick. or Gnome, whatever you want to call me. I play standard Magic for the most part on my stream. I've been playing Magic for about 15 or so years, playing competitively. Played in Pro Tour Aether Drift, trying to requalify here and when we go to Minneapolis, which is what we're doing testing for. Been playing competitive Magic for a long time, top 8 at a few different GPs, Star City Games Opens. Been playing for a while, so. It's true. Yeah, yes, that is my crowning achievement, actually. Yep. Yeah, no, that sounds perfect. That sounds like a plan to me. Yes, I am locked on Jeskai control at the moment, so I just need to change a few things that I want to try out again today. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub. Really appreciate it. 2 months in a row. Thank you for the support. Hope you're having a good night. Yes, I can. Just got to make one more change to the board. Perfect. Now we'll throw it in chat. I'm big on Silex in the main. I don't know how I feel about the Silex. That seems aggressive. I do get the point. Like, it's a good card. It is. Don't get me wrong, but that seems aggressive. Yeah, a Pixie, and it's good against Pixie and Steel Cutter, to be fair. Alright, so let me export this bad boy. There is my list. No, I think that's a good call. Get as many reps in as you can because, I mean, you're going to be playing probably 70 of these cards in one way, shape, or form or another until you find out your final list. Can I make Jaffer slightly higher in volume? I can probably handle that. There, that should be better. And this... Just shout, it's easier. Yeah, Jaffer wasn't talking at that point. But this, just for my chat as well, we've got Jaffer's list up. This will be the list we're playing against to start. How do you feel about the No More Lies in the sideboard? That's always been a card that I've been real wary of in that deck because you don't... It's different now that you have Sunperk Kieran, I suppose, because you can actually hold up mana and do something. But before, I really disliked the No More Lies the more I was playing the deck. Hey, thank you for the raid, Wild Man. Hope your stream went well. Yeah, I get that. That was my biggest problem with the Esper when I was playing it. The mana base just feels terrible, even though it's as good as you're going to get it. There's not really anything you can do about it. Yeah. No, I agree. I think Kieran's way better than Fear. It's worse against the red lists, but I think our matchup against the red list with the Esper deck is already good enough. Yeah. I don't hate having the... I don't hate one Spell Pierce in the main. I think that's probably fine. Because, I mean, it's really good against the Corey Steelcutter decks, too, which I think can be kind of rough. If they stick a Corey against you, I feel like it's a hard thing for you to deal with. Could play, like, one Tidebinder in the main. I don't hate that. Tidebinder's really good against almost everything right now. I mean, you don't need to be pushing on the draw too much. Like, this list with Sunspiral Kieran, you're a lot more aggressive than you were before. I think Scavenger's really bad right now. I would not register Optimistic Scavenger. I do like Entity Tracker. I think that card is, like, underplayed, but I there's not really a point where it's ever better than Stock Up unless you're already pretty far ahead. Yeah, I think I'd rather just be on more Kaitos for the control matchups. But again, I don't know. That's the other problem. I don't know how many control matchups we're actually going to have in this format, if it is just going to be a bunch of red Steel Cutter decks. Oh, it was. It was blocking it. Yes. There's 2 stock-ups in the board. And I don't mind having tracker in the board, like where your stock ups are. You could play a stock up in the main, and then play like 2 trackers in the board and try that if you wanted to give it a shot. I don't know if it's actually good, but I mean, it's something you could test. Does surveil and draw two, or not draw two, surveil two, drain two. I think you kind of just want the raw card count. I'm wondering if that rolling dragon storm is actually just supposed to be 1 stock up. It might, like, I think that's probably the answer. I'm expecting there to be a 40 to 45% mono red Gruul and the Is It Steel Cutter deck. Like, and I think that's probably lowballing it, honestly.
Does Hella have a team up with Thor now?
I think at that point so that list is probably really cool. I played something similar to that with like Wishclaw Talisman. And then you would Wishclaw, grab like 10 blockdowns and things, and then play it, and then you could bounce it with your pixies. But now that you have Sun Imperial Carrion, it might actually be better. That might be a viable deck now. Well, yeah. No, I think you're right. It's more of a control deck than an aggro deck. It's not a like typical pixie deck where you're tempoing them. You're much more the deck that sits there and just like gets incremental advantage over your small permanents. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I would throw the two, probably just the 2 stock ups in the main. You definitely want 3 Kaito in the 75 though, so I think you're kind of pushed into putting one of those Kaitos back in the board. Domain. I personally like Kaito in the mirror. I know some people are kind of off of it, but it's one of the cards that if you can stick it, it can almost just win you the game by itself. Which there's not a lot of cards in the Pixie Mirror that can do that. I added the Wanderer today. I wanted to try it out because, like, a lot of people were saying Chandra is really good, and I think Eternal Wanderer is just better in almost every spot. And who doesn't want to Eternal Wanderer and bounce their Shiko over and over again? That just sounds sweet. Yeah, 2 weeks out. I don't know. I haven't played with since Sun Pearl Kieran has been out. I haven't played any Pixie, so I don't know how many bounce effects I actually want in the deck. It's either 10 or 11. You don't want the full 12. But for that, I would probably just go with whatever number Meow is playing, because they are definitely the resident expert on how many bounce cards you should play. Yeah, and I've said it many times. The worst feeling in the Pixie deck, and other than just the mana being kind of sus, is you draw like 2 Sun Procure and Pixie and a Fear of Isolation, and you just can't play the game. Same. I would cut a fear. I would cut all the fears before I cut the first. This town ain't big enough. If that's the route we actually think it needs to be. Oh, where am I at with this list? So you have 3 slots if you want to cut the No More Lies. Honestly, the No More Lies are probably just better as Spell Pierce. You could just jam 3 Spell Pierce in the board, because that's also really good against the Steel Cutter decks. I don't know if it's like actually good, but it's worth testing out. Because we do both probably need to play against some Steel Cutters. And I agree with Jaffer. I would register the Esper list over registering Black White unless there was like a different version of the Black White list floating around that could hang with Jeskai control, but that matchup is almost unwinnable. And same with Domain. That matchup is really tough for the black-white deck. I do love one-ofs. I have a problem. I don't hate Witch's Vanity. I played that in the sideboard last time I played it. Like Lauren's also like. There's so many good cards you can have. There's just like a one or two of that are really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my problem with that card. It's always just felt okay. It's never been good. And most of these lists are on 3 Pixie, 3 or 4 Pixie, 3 Fear, 3 Kieran. That's interesting. They're also on 23 lands. Are you in? How many lands are you playing? Okay, I think that's the right number. I think 23 is greedy. Oh, you can play 1 Preacher of the Schism. I like that. 2 Spell Pierce and a Preacher. Yeah, I love Preacher. I think that card's really good. Yeah, no, I'm ready to start. I think I've got my list to roughly where I want it to be. So, if you want to start, we can just start on Jeskai versus Esper and go from there. Yeah, we need to fix that. I don't know why we are not friends on here. So I'll send you my code here real quick. Okay, yeah, if you want to send it in Discord, then I can go from there, or chat, or wherever you want to throw it. Alright, that works. Yeah, that's fine with me. Oh, shit. Whoops.
Jesus.
When RC is a regional championship, which you have to play in RCQs to then play in the RC, but they do last chance qualifiers the day before. All right, chat. While we're playing, I'm gonna keep myself muted in the Discord so that we can actually talk about plays and decide what we want to do. We really do need to draw a colored source here, chat. I'm getting a little crushered here. It's probably the meringue. The meringue out of here. Oh, Hopeless Nightmare's annoying. Take the Dispelling Exhale because we can actually cast that. Oh no, you're good. You're good. Do this here. I would think that you're supposed to draw the cards. I think. I'm not 100%, but I'm like 80% sure you're supposed to draw the cards here. Yes. If the card in my hand is Shiko, which if it was, I would have Dispelling Exhaled probably and revealed. But I do have 4 shots at it, and there's nothing you can do about the 4 shots off the top of my deck anyway. Alright, what do we got? Oh, that's a good one. So I think we're supposed to take this here, and then we Wrath. No, we don't. We just play. We play Shiko 100%. We did find Shiko off the top because we're just the best. I love them so much. I think they look so good. They're one of my favorite altars they put in a while. Hey, Calper, how you doing today? I do like the name, though. I love the name, Calper. He did, yes. We lost to Caves with his deck last night, and Calper had to change his name as a result. What do you have in your hand? You have Hopeless Nightmare in hand. Want to play? That might be fine. I don't think I hate that. It's either that or it's bounce, like, temp lock down on end step. I wonder if you're supposed to just bounce stuff, like, not pressure as much this turn and try to pressure more next turn with bounce on temp lock down, but I don't know. You also could bounce the Rediscover the Way in a Hopeless Nightmare. Because the Rediscover the Way is a token. That might not be the worst either. I'm not 100% sure where you're supposed to be here. And it's hard for me to give you advice when I know what's in my hand. Yeah, I don't hate that. I think, like, bounce Hopeless Nightmare, token Rediscover, and then Hopeless Nightmare one more time isn't the worst. You do still have, like, you have no good way to get rid of the Shiko permanently, so that's kind of a problem, but... You like the tempo bounce, Calper? Bounce, because it's... Like, you bounce Shiko, Hopeless Night. Yeah, I don't think bouncing Shiko's right, because you bounce Shiko and Hopeless Nightmare here, or, like, bounce Shiko and anything, I just gotta bring it back down and Lightning Helix something, which takes your entire bit of tempo away anyway. Because you can't make me discard the Shiko no matter what. It does have Vigilance. Because you could have Hopeless Nightmare me one more time, would have left me with Shiko in hand regardless, so you would have gotten in for 2 points of damage if you would have taken Wildman's Line, and then I would have been able to play Shiko here and then Lightning Helix back your one creature. You'd be empty-handed. I would be at 10. No, I'd be 2 points lower, 4 points lower, so I'd be at... Or 3 minus 4, so I'd be at 6. But I have a Shiko against one creature, and you'd be in the same board spot. I don't think that's right. I don't know. I think you're in, like, a bad spot regardless. Oh, bounce was blocked. Okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. I misread what you said. Because I forgot about the hidden text on Beza that gives me a token when it, or a land token when it comes in, or a treasure when it comes into play. Because that text doesn't come up very often in the Pixie matchup. That's why. I think you are supposed to just draw the card, though. I think having the Hopeless Nightmare in play is better, at least for this turn. Oh, I also thought I had a red source with this sun billow verge. Also, is why I didn't do it, so that I could quarry mountain, but I can't because I don't have a second red. That sucks. That is unfortunate. Oh, now I do. It is the hidden mode on Bizza. Like, making a treasure token happens so rarely that I always forget that it's even a thing. Hey, B, how's it going? Probably. Well, so you don't block if you don't block, you go to 1. If you draw, this town ain't big enough or something to bounce like Shiko plus Hopeless Nightmare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if you. Yeah, I think you just go to 1. I think you just go to 1 and pray. Yeah, I think you crack. Or you probably crack before you decide what you're doing. That's the correct line. That way you know if there's something good on the top of your deck. Oh, fair enough. Well, I mean, I think the problem is like blocking so you don't die to a top deck burn spell. I think is just like playing to not lose, not playing to win, because you're not winning this game. Like you're not winning this game losing your pressure either. So, well, that's rough. No, it is. 12 is hard to get through, but I think you have a better chance with your threats in play than you do without them. Because chump blocking there, even if you draw like stock up into more good cards, you're never going to be able to push through.